Alright guys, so I just watched Masterminds, which is a movie that came out a couple years ago, and I wanted to talk about it because this is one of those comedies that I have a couple things I could say about it that I liked, and a couple things that I think I thought were just not good or okay. This movie overall, to me, I'm very mixed on, I guess. Overall, it's got some funny moments, but it's got some really unfunny moments. It's definitely one of those movies where it's like I can't say that I love it or say that I hate it. There are things that I think are fine about it. There are things I think are really not great about it. But if you don't know what Masterminds is, it's this real life story in the 1990s of this group of people who steal, I forgot how much money, but they steal a crap ton amount of money, and the police are trying to be on their tail to figure out, maybe it was like 17 million, I think, and the police are on their tail trying to figure out where this guy is, because one guy goes to Mexico while the other people stay where they're at, and it's kind of like a weird cat and mouse game between the group of people, because one guy is kind of sinister and one guy is kind of dumb and he doesn't understand what the other sinister guy is doing to him. So it was a fun story, and it's cool it's based on a real life event, but the humor for the most part, it depends on who the actor is that makes these jokes, because the actors involved, I think there are some that do a fantastic job in this movie and make me laugh like crazy. And the number one person in this movie who is my favorite character and favorite actor in this movie, who is not in the movie enough, is Kate McKinnon, who is Zach Galifianakis' guest or ex, that he decides not to marry. So she's the ex, and she's not the ex at the beginning, but she becomes the ex during the movie. And Kate McKinnon can make me laugh at anything. Like, she is such a she's just got that personality where no matter what she's in, I always lose it. And in this one, this is one of the funniest things I've ever seen her in. And she's not in the movie enough. She's very sparingly used, which sucks, because if she was more in this, then I would have given this movie a way bigger benefit of the doubt. But she's not in it much, and it really sucks, because every line, the way that she portrays this character, in a flat, emotionless, on purpose way. Like, there's lines that she'll say to her crazy mother where she'll be talking about Zach Galifianakis before he breaks up with her. There's a line where she says to the mother, like, "We're gonna be together forever," and like she says it in such a bland way, in such a bland, emotionless way that makes it creepy, but makes it hilarious and awkward. But it really works in that way of being really awkward and really sincere in her performance. And that's weird to say, because she's not in this much, and it really sucks that she isn't, because, like I said, if she was in this more, I would have loved it a lot more. And the jokes, to me, for everybody else, is very hit or miss. Like, Kristen Wiig, I laughed at a couple of things she did, and she's a funny actress, and Zach Galifianakis, same thing. I laughed at some things, didn't laugh at some things. I think that overall, it's more of the script than their humor, than what they're trying to, like, it feels like they're really writing off the script. Like, they're not trying to give their own sense of humor, because they are funnier when they do their own type of humor, but this is just them being these redneck characters. And there are some funny moments, and then there's some moments where I cringed. I'm like, that just does not work for me as a joke. It just really didn't. A lot of them didn't, and a lot of them did, especially from Kate McKinnon. But like I said, all the other actors, Kristen Wiig, Zach Galifianakis, Owen Wilson, Leslie Jones, like, they all. And Leslie Jones is an actress I really love too. Like, she's hilarious as well, but she's not in it. She's in this less than Kate McKinnon is, which sucks, because she is also a great comedian. Like, she is hilarious. Leslie Jones, like, I lose it in almost everything I see her in too, but she's more the straight man in this movie. She's the cop who's trying to figure out where all the money went and where the people are. So she plays it more straight, but the jokes are funny, relating to her, even though they're very cruel, the way that they have these jokes, but they made me laugh, even though I feel bad because they're really cruel. Like, for example, the joke of the movie is that everybody thinks that she's a man, which is it's really hard to, like, justify why I think that's funny. It's mean, but but I really did think like her reaction to those things are funny, even though she's playing the straight man. Like she's not trying to be humorous in this movie, but the jokes bounce to her, and she kind of has to react in a way like, "What? Why would you say that?" Like that. Like it's funny with that, and like Owen Wilson, who's an actor I've never really enjoyed except for like in like Wes Anderson movies. He's really not. If he doesn't have a good script, I feel like he's not good usually, and that's weird to say too, and bad to say, but he's just not one of those actors that I think can hold his own if it's not with a good like a good script or a good director. Like that's why Wes Anderson, he's great in those movies because I feel like he really holds his own in those and gives off something more than he usually does in his typical performance. So overall, the movie is just really hit or miss. Like I said, the humor's all over the place. There's some jokes I think are hilarious by Kate McKinnon and some of the others, and then there are jokes that I think are terrible and really, really cringeworthy. But the story is interesting. It's interesting that they showed, or that they did a story about this thing that happened in the '90s, and it's the other negative I guess I can give this is that this is a lesser man's Logan Lucky, with a Steven Soderbergh movie that came out last year, which is really great, and it's a very similar movie where these rednecks go and steal money from NASCAR. So it's another theft movie, but it's done way better, way more better humor, way more better jokes. It doesn't feel as phoned in as this one. So this is the poor man's version of Logan Lucky. This is the poor version of that for me, and this one I think is just okay. Like I said, it's not amazing, it's not terrible. It's got some terrible things, it's got some great things. Overall, just a really mixed comedy that I think I'm going to forget besides the Kate McKinnon bits.